Hey, how's it going? Today you and I are going to be unboxing the Instant Pot Instantchill Ice Cream Maker. The Instantchill is a compressor-based ice cream machine, but the big difference with it is that it can make rolled ice cream, which is something I really haven't seen too many machines do. But is it really more compelling than other compressor-based ice cream machines? Watch this video and find out. So you ready? Let's get into this. Just a quick note, this video is designed to be an unboxing and first look. We're going to open up the box, see what you get, do a quick demo, and maybe even do some sound checking. But we're not going to be doing a full product review because we need a couple of weeks playing with this thing in order to give you a really good, honest opinion. Anyway, with that being said, let's get to it. This is the Instant Pot Instantchill Ice Cream Maker. There's a picture of the machine, and for some reason, it reminds me of either a Sony Discman, a car boot, or a Japanese toilet. The machine can do ice cream in just a few minutes, and that's because it supports doing rolled ice cream, which is the thing that made me really interested to check this thing out. The rest of the box just looks the same, so I won't do my regular thing with that, but I did think this was interesting, and that's this little note left on here by Instant Pot. I mean, if we're talking about a company giving full disclosure, then Instant Pot gets the prize. Check out how this reads. This product contains iron, chromium, manganese, nickel, phosphorus, aluminum, carbon black, titanium dioxide, and/or PFAS, and may contain other chemicals too numerous for inclusion on this label, but discussed on our webpage. What? Well, that kind of raises an eyebrow, doesn't it? All right, let's get this open so we can serve joy instantly. That was pretty cheesy. Sorry. Looks like Christmas is coming early this year, guys. What's this? They gave us a pack of stickers. That is pretty freaking cool because I have never gotten that in a small kitchen appliance before. And they're delightfully cheesy. Like this one right here. Scoop, there it is. Wow. Okay, I'm just set that aside. Got our user guide right here. Got a quick start guide included in it. And this just has all of your safety warnings, probably some warranty information, how to use everything, all of your different parts here in case you need to call the company to get replacements for anything. And got a troubleshooting guide in the back. And we may even have some recipes in here someplace as well. And yeah, we do. But sadly, no pictures. Recipes are always nicer when you get pictures, just so you can get that feeling of inadequacy. Anyway, don't lose that. Okay, we got a couple of scoops here. These are for scraping the surface so you can make your rolled ice cream, or for smoothing out drywall mud. It's nice, they got a little Instant Pot logo stamped into the side there. Yeah, these things are very rigid. In case you were wondering, that's plastic. So we got a second one here. Looks exactly the same. Yep. Got our power cord wrapped around the side. Get that out of the way. And we can take out this styrofoam. Oh my God, it does look like a Japanese toilet. That's funny. All right, let's get this out so we can get a better look at this thing. Looks like everything else is just one piece here. Okay. Let's see about getting all of this packing material off of here. And this thing is definitely a lot bigger than I was thinking it was going to be. Construction on all this is just white matte plastic. Got some clearly marked presets right here that we'll look at shortly. We've got our big bowl on the front, which is where you actually make your ice cream. So it's very different than other compressor machines. Those are usually a lot taller. This little flap right here opens up so you can pour all of your unfrozen ingredients into the machine. Got a little plastic hinge on it. Normally I don't really like those too much, but there's not really any way to put a ton of pressure on this unless you're opening it all the way and trying to force it, but it seems pretty solid actually. In order to take this bowl out completely, you just got to sort of unlock it. So if we turn it this way, You can see the whole thing unlocks and we can lift it straight out of here. And this is the surface right here that the compressor gets really cold. And that looks like stainless steel. You can see we have magnetic contacts right here for all the electrical components right there. So there's no chance of broken wires or anything from twisting. It all just sort of locks into place. Twisting this on here locks that back on, but you can twist just the top part too and unlock that so you can remove just this piece right here. See underneath, you can see the paddles. These spin around to mix your ice cream in your main bowl right there. Seems to have some nice motion here on the motor. And if we need to remove this motor for cleaning, you can just flip this over. We can pop off the paddles just like this. And we've got this tab right over here that you can depress and pull this entire thing off. So if we're talking about being able to clean this thing, I'd say it comes apart pretty easy. Okay, if we turn this around, you can see we got some vents on the side here. More vents on the back. And more vents over here. The power cord on this is extremely long, and this is a pretty beefy power cable too. This is about 4 feet long. So that's kind of how I like them, because this eliminates any possibility of not being able to reach plugs. And for me, working on this island, that's a godsend, because my power outlets are far away on the other side of this thing. This thing's got some suction cups on the bottom that keep it stuck down to the surface. Well, I appreciate that, especially since this has that twisting motion. You won't have your machine just kind of rolling around in a circle on you like that. And the Instant Pot Instant Chill is a 120 volt appliance, which makes sense because we are in the United States. If you are able to get this in another country, it's probably going to be 240 volt. And the maximum power on this is only 150 watts. So that's a lot lower than I expected it to be. But you know what? If it gets the job done, then so what? As far as measurements go, from the back of our machine to the front, we're looking at 18 inches. These handles are the widest spots of the machine, so we'll measure those for width. And that is about 12.5. And for the height, it's actually about 8.5 inches. You're seeing 8 here, but this hump comes up here about 1/2 inch also. Let's plug this in and take a look at these presets. All right, on the front of this, we got a whole bunch of controls. Down on the bottom where the pictures are, those are your presets. It goes ice cream right there, then gelato, rolled ice cream, sorbet, non-dairy, and then you have your mixer button, and all that's for is adding in mix-ins, remixing a finished product, or pre-mixing your ingredients before you get started. For each of these settings, there's a default time. So if I were to go over here to ice cream, you can see that the default time is 20 minutes. I can change that with these arrow buttons up and down. I think this may probably go up to, I don't know, probably an hour or so. Holding it down will make it go faster. Yep, maximum time is 60 minutes. To start that up, you'd hit the start button and it'll turn on the compressor and start mixing your ingredients. If I hit that same button again, that will just pause the process. And if I hit the X button, that'll turn the whole thing off altogether. It's a really simple machine to operate. To show you how loud this actually is, we will just start this back up again, and I'll bring up a sound app on my phone. All right, and the loudest this got ended up being about 58 decibels until I started running my mouth again and bringing it back up. All right, so now we should do a little test to see how this works. I'm going to clean the components really quick, and then I think we'll make some rolled ice cream, since that's the thing that made me want to buy this in the first place. All right, to make our rolled ice cream mix, we're going to take some heavy cream, throw in some milk, add in a little bit of vanilla extract, toss in our sugar, and a pinch of fine sea salt. Then we're just going to take a whisk and get this mixed really well. Now, since we're going to be doing rolled ice cream, that's going to go straight onto that stainless steel. We don't need this upper part here at all. So we're just going to twist this off, just like that. Get this out of the way. We're going to select the rolled ice cream preset. I'm just going to leave this at 30 minutes and we'll go ahead and start this up. Now I'm going to give this about 5 minutes or so for the machine to get this plate nice and cold before we start. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. Okay, you can see it's got that different color now to it, that it's all nice and frosty. So what we do is we pour some of this in here, and then you use these two paddles to just sort of mix it together and stir it around and get it nice and smooth. And you're also trying to aerate it at the same time. Then when it gets sort of a thicker consistency, you spread it out onto this thing, you let it freeze up really well, and then you slice it into pieces, and then you use these to create rolled ice cream. Let's see how this goes. All right, once you have that in there, you want to continuously scrape this stuff. You can see it's freezing almost immediately here. So the key is to keep sort of mixing this around, and you don't want to really push towards the edges on it because you'll push that ice cream right out of this thing. The lip on the edge of this machine isn't very big, so that's one of those things we're going to have to deal with in the testing. See how much of a pain in the neck that really is, because you could probably shoot all this stuff right out of the machine pretty easy. But you want to make sure you keep that stuff off of the edges here and back into the middle. Also be sure to keep collecting all of the little bits that are kind of frozen all by themselves here. And once the consistency starts turning more solid than liquid, like right now this is kind of starting to look a little bit like soft ice cream, then we want to start thinking about spreading this out on this plate. So let's do this one more time. Get everything in the middle, and now we're going to spread this out in a nice thin layer. If you've ever done any kind of drywall work, you're going to recognize this because it kind of feels like you're kind of playing with drywall mud or something. You have to excuse me though, I just got this thing, so I'm a novice at this too. So if you're thinking you can't do this, think again, because I'm doing this for the first time on camera. And if I can do it, I'm sure you can do it. Okay, now all we gotta do is let this kind of sit here. You can see how shiny it is. We want this to be kind of matte colored. Now all we gotta do is just give this a couple of minutes. And once it's all looking pretty matte like this, we can turn this off. And what we're gonna do is cut this into thin strips, and then we're gonna use these paddles to roll it up and then stick it into a cup. Get it? Rolled ice cream. Now this might be too hard right now. Let's take a look. Actually, not too bad. We're gonna just make a line right down the middle here. You can see it's still a little bit hard. If you have a problem like that, you can always just let it sit for a couple minutes. But I turned the machine off. You can already see it's already starting to get nice and loose. Pick it up at the end. Got this at a 45-degree angle. And then we just start rolling it up. Hey, Joe's Phenomenal now has channel memberships. For most people, you can see a join button down below the video window that you can click and see what type of perks I'm offering. If you're using an iOS device, you might not be able to see it. And if that's the case, I do have a link down in the description of the video as well. You can see these other parts are a little bit looser, so it's easier to do this now. That's about how it's supposed to look. And see, that looks pretty darn good. Let's see how this tastes. Yep. If you ever had rolled ice cream before, that's definitely what this is. I'll tell you what, man, it's a pretty good first impression. Now, excuse me while I eat this. The Instant Pot Instantchill is a really interesting ice cream machine. The fact that it does rolled ice cream really sets it apart from the competition because I don't recall too many other machines that can do that. And since it has such a wide cooling area, it might be able to produce scoop ice cream better than other compressor machines. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be checking that out, making all sorts of different ice cream, and once I have enough information, I'll be back with a full product review. If you'd like a little bit more information about the Instant Pot Instantchill, I do have an Amazon affiliate link for it down in the description of the video. If you buy anything through those links, I do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay 1 cent. If you like this video, but you're just not that interested in the Instant Pot Instant Chill, I do have a playlist right here that's got unboxings and reviews for all kinds of different ice cream machines. If you check that out, you'll be able to compare all kinds of different technologies, and you might even find something that you really want. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon. And until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.